All right, so we're here for game one. I won the die roll, and my hand is threat light, but I think we should keep it. This hand does have a lot of ways to slow Brian down, which gives us a lot of time to find a threat like a pack rat or a bitter blossom. So
this hand is spell heavy, so I'm going to keep it.
All right. We're going to lead off with Inquisition over Thoughtseize because I would much rather take like an early drop card with this if he was playing a deck with 1-drops, and then follow it up with a Thoughtseize or Mana Leak next turn. All right, you got a bunch of junkers. Not really worried about too many of these cards other than maybe Snapcaster Mage, since that's going to be able to have flash, and I think I'm just going to take that. Here we go.
All right, Snapcaster down for the count.
Here we go.
All right. And I am just going to go ahead and lead with it Hallowed Fountain tapped.
All right, we don't really need to Mana Leak next turn, so I'm going to play the Secluded Glen tapped and then Thoughtseize and probably take Restoration Angel.
All right, well, I drew a land.
Drew a land? Yeah, we'll take Resto. All right, puts me at 18, and sure go.
All right, this would be a sweet time to draw something sweet. That was okay. That was okay. Maybe at some point. Go.
Maybe sweet at some point. All right, go.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and fetch
19 to 18.
And I guess I just get...
ham sandwich?
I gotta find it. It's in here somewhere.
Okay.
I'm gonna get that Sacred Foundry just so I can hit for the cycle with my Shocklands.
All right. All right, so.
All right, come on, deck.
What do you mean? I'm like, come on, deck. I want to draw a guy like right now. Bitter Blossom would be the best ever. That's not Bitter Blossom. All right, so we could attack for 3. We'll say go though, because we know Brian has a lot.
Not attacking for 3.
He has a few removal spells. Oh no. Okay. Well, now he's just got all lands. All right. So we're gonna float a blue. Is this how I want to do this? Yeah. And then I'll play an island, black Bitter Blossom.
Bitter Blossom. Well, we're not really going to get too much value out of this remand, so I'm going to go ahead and remand it.
Yeah, we don't really want to burn our Mana Leak because he's a little short on land, so I think I want to let that resolve and then just recast the Bitter Blossom this turn, so I think that's fine. All right, recast.
Sure.
Here we go. I'll put it down on top of my deck to remind me to make a Bitter Blossom token.
All right, well, we did not get there.
So they say.
So I feel like he has a Cryptic Command in his hand. I could be wrong, but I'm actually just going to jam this Vendilion Click right now.
Sure.
Target you. Yeah, that Mana Leak's actually going to be really annoying, so I'm going to get rid of it.
Yeah, I was going to say that it's not like phenomenal, but when you're short on lands, it's pretty bad for you, I think so.
You're up.
All right, Trigger Blossom down to 17. This is where the fun begins. Make an Relax. Draw for turn. Interesting. So we can kind of ignore the Vendilion Click for the most part, since we have the Bitter Blossoms going on. So I think what we want to do is just Thoughtseize and then attack with the Creeping Tar Pit. So we will play this, Thoughtseize you down to 15. That's a lot of burn.
It's a lot of burn.
I think we want to take the Electrolyze. Yeah, now he can Lightning Helix our Relax and hit us for 3, but that's about the same as just Lightning Helixing us for 3. The rest of the cards are not incredibly relevant, I don't think. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. And then hit you for 3.
All right, 16, and you're 15.
Yeah.
All right, draw. That was not what we were looking for, but I will just go ahead and Lightning Helix the token.
Yep, put you in 19.
And then hit you for 3.
12.
And pass.
11.
All right, so we're going to try to grind him out with Bitter Blossom and our wealth of removal spells. So,
all right, we will smother Vendilion Click.
No.
Probably should have waited till his turn, honestly.
I'm going to path it, actually.
I'm going to counter draw.
Okay.
Or, sorry, I tap it like this because River Tears taps for black. All right, and go. We just want to keep him off of Batter Skull at this point, I think. So
go.
It's possible I should have just saved it for his Batter Skull, or maybe a burn spell or something. I am probably gonna die now to a lot of burn spells. That was a good draw. Very good draw. Attack for 1.
All right, I'll take it. I'm at 18.
All right, we'll play a Pack Rat.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, sure go.
Well, I'll just have to path the Pack Rat.
All right, we will make a Pack Rat. Go get an island.
And I'm gonna Lightning Helix it.
Sure. All right, so you go up to 22.
21.
21.
Yeah, maybe I should just be going to the dome with those cards, but I kind of just don't want to.
I mean, I think Pack Rat is the one way you get raced here.
Yeah.
So I like that play. Like your Batter Skull can maybe manage the rest of these guys. So I know you have Snapcaster Mage and a Batter Skull. Do I know the? I don't think I know the last card. Do I?
I don't think so. You do.
All right, I'll go to 9. Well, Inquisition.
I'll cast Snapcaster Mage in response.
Sure.
Targeting Path to Exile.
Okay. All right, Inquisition misses.
Restoration and Batter Skull.
So I guess we just want to attack for 1 with this guy, so he can't. I guess he's probably just going to path the Snapcaster Mage so he can cast Batter Skull next turn. I think that's probably reasonable. Because if he path exiles this, he needs to draw a land to be able to do much. Maybe I should just play it safe and still only attack with 1. I think I should attack for 2 though. I think I'm gonna. Alright, 2 you.
Alright. 19.
Alright, here you go.
Alright, so now I have a decision to make. I can either path my Snapcaster so I can jam Batter Skull, but I don't know if Batter Skull really.
I mean, I'm at 9. I don't know if I can actually race a Batter Skull if plus Resto unless I just draw perfects.
Yeah, although, you know, the likelihood is that we will draw a land anyway. So I kind of just want to get rid of his token and hit him, and that helps out if we draw Burn. Makes our Restoration Angel better. So I'm actually gonna try that, and I might just be wrong.
All right, I don't have another land to get, so.
All right, excellent. Draw.
Yeah, perhaps a little aggressive with the attack, but I was pretty sure he was just gonna.
7. I'll go to 17.
So lucky.
And
all right,
you're
so
up.
17 to 7.
Yep.
All right, I'll go 6. Yeah, this is bad. Bitter Blossom turning into somewhat of a liability. Alright, well, no reason not to tarp hit him, I don't think. And then we'll just hold back 1 guy, maybe? Or 2 guys? I don't know if I want to attack with 1 of them or not, but I think I just don't want to die, so we're just going to hit you with tarp hit.
Okay, I'm at 14.
You're good.
Alright. Draw. Scalding Tarn. I will attack with just the germ.
I'll block.
Alright, I go to 18. I'll pass the turn.
Take 1 down to 5. Better Blossom.
Got him on a 5-turn clock.
Well, his last card is Resto, so pass turn.
Alright, well. Let's see, what am I doing? I already have both my Steam Vent. I already have all my. Get a mountain, I guess. Alright. I'm going to cast the Restoration Angel and hope that he has not drawn a counterspell for it.
I did not.
Okay. I'm going to blink Snapcaster Mage.
It resolves.
And choose Lightning Helix.
Yep, I'm just dead.
Yeah.
He's going to Helix me, and then I go to 2, and then I can, like, Cryptic bounce my Bitter Blossom, but then I'm just dead to his creatures, so. All right, so we're here for game 2. I'm on the play after making a pretty big misplay last game. I did want to talk about it real quick. So The turn war, I Cryptic commanded his Path to Exile. I think I should have just let that resolve. Hope that he drew a land so he could cast Batterskull and then Cryptic that. Since he did see my hand the turn before with Vendilion Click, there's like a pretty reasonable chance to assume that it's a safe play. And that was like a big mistake, and I think I could have won that game if I had done that, but I don't know. Anyway, this game, I'm on the play, and my hand is pretty good.
All right, this hand is okay. It's not fantastic, but we're not shipping it back either.
All right, Thoughtseize you.
All right.
We will take Lightning Helix.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
All right, we're going to get pack-ratted, probably, so go.
Wow, wow, wow. Go.
All right, draw.
Now
Well,
we just need a land that comes in untapped, hopefully. But he doesn't know that.
I'm just going to fetch.
Uh-oh, he drew something.
Yeah, I'm going to path your guy. I don't like to path here at this point, but I also don't like to lose to pack rat. And
Yeah.
I feel like if I don't path now, I'm just dead.
There's a reasonable chance. Because then I get to turn all of my dead cards into not dead cards. Luckily for me, I needed that land, and I have 2 more pack rats on backup.
Seriously? Oh, jeez.
All right, let's draw. Unfortunately, we don't have a swamp in our deck. I think we would have liked to have gotten that. All right, we'll just play pack rat and say go.
All right, draw. Oh. This might be extreme and might act. It might be extreme and it might be terrible too. But I'm gonna Ghost Courtier.
Wow,
Shores.
that's so good. Oh man, no, that's actually a really heads-up play. If you're familiar with the decks in the format, like Brian knows that this deck just does not play basic swamp. So, yeah.
Well, we just gotta hope to fade. Gotta try to fade a black source and/or draw a removal spell.
All right, we'll draw.
Fade City.
All right. Well, I guess we could attack, or we could also threaten this. Interesting series of events to have occurred. We are going to attack and hit you for 2.
All right, 17.
And go.
Tectonic Edge. Well, that's not what the doctor is ordering. So I don't know if he's ordering anything, but it's not that. Go.
All right, end of your turn. I'll cast Vendilion Click.
All right, I think I just remand it.
Sure.
To just draw a card here.
Draw a bolt.
Nope. Go.
All right. I will play Vendilion Click. I'll target me.
Oh.
Sorry. All right, I'll play Inquisition on bottom, draw a card. I'm trying to hit a black source, not only to turn on Mutavault, but also to activate Pack Rat. We missed again, so attack for 2.
All right, I'm at 15.
Here we go.
All right. So.
Electrolyze or?
Well, God. Electrolyze would be so good right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just start by jamming a Vendilion Click.
Target.
I'm gonna target you.
One spell I can cast. Which one you want? Or none of them? I think none of them would be reasonable, but taking Dismember so you don't get hit for 7 sounds okay.
Position, Rat, Blossom.
But giving me a black... If I hit a black source off the draw, or the draw step, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't risk him. I have to just let him keep them all. And... I'll path your Rat as well.
All right. Get an island.
And now we're on the need to draw gas plan.
I'm on the.
We're on the need him to not draw a black source and then need to draw gas. We are still pretty far behind this game. So.
All right, dude. That ghost quarter probably was sick. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Dismember him. I'm at 14.
And I'm about to be at
attack for 5. And I think I want to try to keep him off of. Like, if we draw Black Source, we can still go Pack Rat, Make a Rat. So I think I just want to try to keep him off of Keranos or Batterskull, and I'm just going to take care of the Steam Vents.
Sure.
Sure go. Unfortunately, we cannot cut him off of white mana. But. Oh, no, we can't play Pack Rat, Make a Rat because we're not playing Urborg, so never mind. I'm just dumb.
It will fetch
Uh-oh.
down to 9, and I have to shock myself as well. So
Snap
down
Helix.
to 7.
Curious.
So get a Hallowed Fountain. And we'll go ahead and snap Helix your Vendilion Click.
All right, 10 to 14.
And that, puts us with, kills his Click and gives us a blocker for Mutavault.
Yeah, very, very good. Your go.
All right, and we're still on the getting lucky plan, which is working out really well, actually. All right, get in there, Snapcaster.
I guess. Nah, I might actually block. Sorry. I think if I draw a land that taps for black, I actually want to cast Bitter Blossom over Pack Rat since I need 2 black, so I'm actually going to block.
Okay.
That may be wrong, but I feel like having my life total be
Go
a
ahead.
bit higher, I think, is important. So, go.
And I will go to 9.
Sure.
Getting, I don't even know if I have, do I even have targets left in my deck? I guess probably another Steam Vents is probably the play here. Alright, well unfortunately we don't have any pressure, which is maybe a Geist Saint Draft? Not a Geist. You're up.
You want a very specific card. I want one of like 15 cards.
Yep.
Go.
I'm gonna bolt you.
Alright, I'm at 11.
I'm gonna cast Snapcaster Mage.
Yep.
And I'm gonna bolt you again.
Alright, I'm at 8.
Alright, we're gonna try to finish this before we get finished. That was a good draw. Attack you.
6.
I will pass the turn to you.
Upkeep.
You're fine.
Draw.
Vendilion Click.
Uncastables and a Mutavault, so I assume I'm going to keep it.
Keep it all.
Here we go.
Alright. Draw. Attacks.
Log.
Lightning Helix you.
Alright, we're done. Alright, so on my side, I'm trimming a little bit on the removal. It's not fantastic against Brian's deck. Disfigure and Smother basically only kill Snapcaster Mage. Smother can kill Celestial Colonnade, but we do have 3 Tectonic Edges, and it's a little dangerous for Brian to tap out for Celestial Colonnades a lot of time, because when he does that, it usually gives me a window to resolve like a Mistbind Click to tap his lands, or just like some threat on his end step. And we still have a Dismember to take care of it, as well as the 3rd Tectonic Edge, which we're bringing in.
You can also use Cryptic to bounce it too.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we're adding in a couple Spell Snares. See, on my side of the table, I would not... I mean, I guess I understand why Remand's coming out, especially on the draw, because it's not fantastic when I have a Resolved Pack Rat or a Bitter Blossom. But on the other side of the coin, if you're able to put any amount of pressure on me, Remand's like one of the best cards you can have against fairies. But it does get really bad really quickly, so I do understand that. But Spell Snare helps me protect my spells against Remand normally. It also shuts down Snapcaster Mage and Lightning Helix, both which are decent in this matchup. Helix because it's great in a racing situation, and Snapcaster for the same reason, and also just because it's super annoying. So.
Yeah, as for myself, I am cutting Remand because, 1, he has 8 discard spells, and Remand's much worse if your opponent's like stripping your hand. Secondly, I'm on the draw, so I think Remand's much worse on the draw because he can stick his 2-mana things before I can remand them. And then I'm going to bring in like Explosives. Explosives on 2 is insane against Bitter Blossom and Rat. Purge is very good against both of those cards as well. And then Combust kills Vendilion Click and Mistbind Click and the like. So
All right, so I'm on the play here for game 3. This hand looks pretty similar to the last game, except way fewer pack rats and way more black sources, but I'll take it.
This hand's actually a pretty strong opener, so I'm going to keep.
All right, we'll lead with River of Tears into Inquisition.
All right, you have a choice between Path, Snapcaster, and Bolt.
All right, so I think I want to take... I don't actually know what I want to take. I think I just want to take the Bolt and force him to path my pack rat, since I'm going to get that online before he can snap bolt it. Yeah, I think that's fair. Good.
All right, draw. I'm just going to leave the Colonnade and say go.
We'll play pack rat. Here we go.
Pack rat. All right, well, I am just going to go ahead and path it before we can get it going. And
all right, get an island. Where you at, Island? Yo, Island. Get on my deck.
You're not going to get a swamp?
Shut up, Ryan. Jerk. I'm having nightmares about last game, man.
That was a delight.
If that's what you want to call it, here you go.
It is exactly what I want to call it. All right, I'm going to get the vents. I know you're in here somewhere. And fetching steam vents after playing Colonnade just brings me back to some beautiful days playing some blue, white, red PTQs.
Yeah. So Brian's actually, I'm going to play a Spell Source right while Brian's tapped out. It doesn't really do that much in this matchup unless I have a Bitter Blossom going, and I think I'd rather just get into play before he could potentially remand it, or I guess something else. Electrolyze would be annoying, but...
I'm just going to play a land, and I'm actually going to...
Yeah, if he wants to snap bolt it, that's fine with
I'm
me.
going to main phase of Vendilion Click while he's tapped out. I'll just get a Plains, actually.
Sure. Put you to 18, and I'm still 20.
And I'm going to target you. All right.
Man.
Secluded Glen.
I was going to play this tapped and hope that you didn't think I had a guy, and then I was going to play it at some point, but you Vendilion clicked me. All right, so I assume you want to put this on the bottom?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Right.
So,
draw.
And then I'm done.
All right, untap, draw. All right, Mutavault, attack for 4.
I guess I'll take 4.
14
might be better to. It might actually be correct.
I might actually should hold this back, but I don't know. Here we go. I was trying to get a bit aggressive against this deck. It's a little hard though when he's got so many helixes and such.
All right. Well, we're on the aggro plan ourselves with this old Geesty. So.
Well, that was not something I wanted to see. That was a good draw. That was a good draw. That Geist could end up being a real problem. So he has Snapcaster Mage in hand. The problem here for me is that I want to play this Bitter Blossom, but at the same time I want to be able to block with Mutavault and do this other thing. So it's a little awkward. So I think I'm just going to play this and pass turn.
Alright, I'm going to fetch.
That puts you to 13?
It does. And this time I was able to easily locate the Sacred Foundry.
I was having trouble finding an island. I don't know. Can only imagine how hard it is to find a Sacred Foundry.
So hard that sometimes I just don't even put it in my deck.
Does that actually happen before?
No, I don't think so. But
all
right, well, Geist, you're gonna get in there, and a Beautiful Angel is also going to get in there.
I will activate Mutavault.
I think I just let that occur.
I will move to blocks.
Sure.
Block Geist.
All right.
Take 4.
They're at 13, and they trade.
Yep.
Angel down. And I'm going to play another Geist.
You have 2 cards in?
Yep.
I'll counter draw.
All right.
That Batter Skull is going to be a huge problem, but hopefully it won't be that bad. Wow, this got weird. Those were two pretty good draws. All right, so I'm just gonna put my hand face up. I know this is giving away a lot of information, but I have no idea what to do here. And I know you have Batterskull Snapcaster in hand, right?
Yep.
So I have Tectonic Edge and also Mistbind Bitter Blossom. So what I want to do is I want to cast Bitter Blossom and then cast Mistbind on upkeep, and then you can't. I guess you could Snap Path in response, and then I can't tap you out for the turn, but that's not like. I guess that's not great. But what I can also do is just go Tech Edge Bitter Blossom, which seems pretty good because I hit this, take you off of 5 for your Batterskull, and also have Bitter Blossom in play while you're mostly tapped out. I think that's actually the play. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, seems pretty good.
All right, Tech Edge the Colonnade, play Bitter Blossom. Here you go.
All right, so now I just want to draw an untapped land. Laughing at me.
Oh, Celestial Colonnade.
All right, there's a Colonnade. Man, this Vendilion Click looks real gross right now, but I'm just going to pass the turn. We can draw something like Electrolyze to let us still attack. So,
all right, draw. All right, now, in all actuality, Brian does not, quote unquote, know that we have Mistbind Click. So I'm actually going to try to disguise it a little bit by playing the Secluded Glen tapped, and I'm just going to. I guess I'll attack with this. No, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna attack with this.
okay, I'll
12
go 12
to 13.
I have both of us at 12.
Oh yeah, from the Blossom. Sorry, 12 alt. I will pass turn.
Okay.
Upkeep. I will attempt a Mistbind Click, and this is just basically trying to stall Brian for 1 turn. Even if he Snap Paths it with the Champion ability on the stack, it keeps him from casting the Batterskull, which is the more important part.
It does resolve.
All right, Champion trigger.
All right, so yeah, if I Snap Path it, I didn't play much during this period. If I Snap Path it, you don't.
I
champion?
I can still champion, but it will not tap your stuff because they are 2 different things.
Okay.
Or like it's an ability. It has to be in play when I champion something to tap you out.
Okay.
Like if I still champion, I can still champion something like
It'll just
for
be
example,
exiled permanently.
Yeah, it's exiled permanently.
Okay, so I'll I'll go ahead and Snap Path with that trigger on then.
Okay, and I'll go get my island, and I will choose not to champion anything.
Okay, and I'll draw for turn.
Yep.
Let's maybe be good at some point. I'll just pass the turn.
Go. Trigger, go to 11, make an RA. Draw. Attack.
Here I just have to block.
Right, you take 4 down to 8.
Yep.
Here we go.
So I really need to just be alive for Batterskull.
Yep.
Attack you.
Now, I'm not going to be able to kill him next turn, so I think I just want to trade off with this. Yep.
Batterskull. You're up.
All right. RE trigger.
You're at 10.
10 to 8. All right. Cryptic Command. That's not terrible, but it's not what we want at this juncture. All right. Well, we will. Guess we attack for 4. Yeah. All right. Put you at 4.
I'm at 4.
Here we go.
All right. Draw. I will just go to combat and attack.
All right, so if we take 4 the first time down to 6, what that lets us do, he goes up to 8, we get to start attacking him for 5, and then we actually get to increase our damage output by 1 every turn while chomp blocking. So I think I want to take it.
Okay, so
8 to 6.
8 to 6. I'm going to play another Colonnade, and I'm going to play a Geist of St. Draft.
All right, I will spell stutter your Geist.
Ooh, that is spell stuttered. You're up.
All right. Trigger down to 5. lot of lands. That was a really good draw. Or no, was it? It was an okay draw. Activate, attack for 6.
Path Tar Pit.
That was, yep. I don't have any lands left. I will
Go to 5.
play a Mutavault and say go. Now we just have to draw something to deal with the Batter Skull. Otherwise, we're just going to die.
Draw. Oh, wow, that was insane. that was unbelievable draw. I will go ahead and electrolyze this in the Spell Stutter.
Okay.
Draw. Attack.
Jump.
I will path it before it blocks.
All right, I'm dead. All right, I'm on the play here for game 4. I don't know. This hand doesn't seem very good, but I think we have to keep it. I don't know.
I'm going to keep my hand because it is a red source away from being the stones. So,
All right.
we're going to keep it. Hopefully we draw a red source.
So this is actually an interesting turn 1. I kind of want to play Mutavault so I can maybe start attacking next turn. I keep getting Bryant down to pretty low life totals and then dying. But, and I don't think the Thoughtseize is actually necessary to cast on 1. I think I'm going to do that. Let's say go. Hopefully you don't have a bolt, but if you have a path, I'm fine with that. So.
Go.
I guess we could also technically just wait until turn 3. I think I'm just going to wait. I'll say go.
I will fetch and get Sacred Foundry.
All right. Now, the lands that people fetch early in the game are not always an exact indicator of what kind of cards can be in their hand, but fetching Sacred Foundry leads me to believe that he needs both red and white mana, obviously. I mean, he could be fetching it because he needs a second white or a second red. Yeah, but I guess the story will add up basically on what his second land is, because if a second land's an island, then that just means he needed red and white. But if it's, yeah, so it probably means he has a Lightning Helix and probably a Bolt. That's what I'm going to guess. I'm about to see anyway, so yeah, that was a good draw. That was a really good draw. Secluded Glen, Revealing Bitter Blossom, cast Thoughtseize. All right, so he has a Bolt. We don't actually care about that right now, I don't think. This Batter Skull's getting annoying. I think we actually just want to take Electrolyze and play the long game. Just try to grind it out with the Bitter Blossom, but yeah. Alright, I'll go to 18. I'll take an Electrolyze.
Okay.
And I'll cast Blossom.
Sure.
Say go.
Alright. Draw. I'll just play an island and say go.
Trigger.
17.
Yep. All right. I'll go ahead and cast another Thoughtseize.
I'm going to attempt to electrolyze the fairy in you.
And then we'll let that resolve. So 16, you draw a card. And I'll go to 14. That's a lot of lightning bolts.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think we just take Snapcaster Mage here. I'm going to take Snapcaster.
Okay. That seems right.
Play this tap and attack for 2. 17. Here you go.
Alright, so, well, that was good. That definitely changes our play.
Oh, Geist.
Nope. EE on 2, and I'm going to just blow it right away.
Okay.
Go ahead. Just get Bitter Blossom out of here. We could have just let the Bitter Blossom go and just tried to kill him with our 2 bolts, but that seems super risky.
What lands do you have in your hand that I know about? You have Bolt, Batter Skull, and
Steam Vents.
Did you have the island already? And yeah, I should know. Okay,
yeah,
so
this is my draw.
So you have another red source, which is relevant because I drew a Tech Edge, but I'm going to Inquisition a Bolt.
Okay.
Play Tech Edge and attack for 2.
Right.
15, 14?
Yep.
Here we go. Now, I am giving a lot of information away by not tech edging to keep him off of Batterskull, but I think that I just kind of have to do it that way. But I don't think he's going to cast Batterskull. But
yeah, that just like very much telegraphs that he has mana leak. So I'm gonna play around it.
Sure.
Since I'm not under an extreme amount of pressure at this point.
I will play this and say go.
All right. I'll say go.
Alright, I think I want to go ahead and tech edge his Colonnade here, since we're not going to be able to keep him off colored. We actually just want to keep him off of 8 mana now until we get to something relevant, so. Tech.
Alright, well I'll go ahead and blow the bolt.
Sure. Go.
And I'll fetch.
Put you to 14 alt?
Yep. And Hallowed Fountain.
Alright, so your hand is Batterskull Unknown, I
Correct.
believe?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're on the old Batterskull Unknown right now. Alright. We're gonna keep playing around leaks and just say go.
Don't really want to lose my mutable here. It's pretty important, I think. Huh. Yeah, I really don't want to get Snapcaster or Electrolyze, so I'm just gonna pass turn. That'd be pretty bad.
Geist.
Well, that stinks. I'll mana leak it, I guess.
Go. There might have been wrong, but
Oh, that was a good draw.
oh no.
Alright, so I can attack with this, but I'm gonna get blown out by a removal spell. If I try to do that here at 14, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
I'll say go, upkeep, activate this, play this.
Well, we're gonna get misbinded regardless of what we do, but I'm gonna try to lightning helix the.
Alright, put you to 17.
Yeah, let's tap well.
Activate the other one.
Yep.
Champion tap.
Yep.
Alright.
Draw for turn.
When you draw a Thoughtseize or a... Wow, that would have been really good last turn.
Yeah.
When you draw a Thoughtseize or a Mana Leak or Cryptic Command. Or I guess another Mistbind click. Or that. That's also good. Attack. Put you to 13.
Correct.
I'm just going to go ahead and main phase this, I guess, to play around Cryptic Command, but I'll target you. I'll take Batterskull.
Alright.
You go. Love how my 7 mana worth of cards attacks for the same amount of damage as your 3 mana worth of cards. Or no, sorry, it's 7 versus 6, but only attacks for 1 more.
Alright, well, let's see. We can cast Geist.
Resolves.
And I'll just you have no cards, right? I'm gonna pass the turn, but in your upkeep I'm gonna pass the Mistbind click.
There it goes.
That way we
you don't get spell stuttered and I get my land tapped in case I draw a cryptic and I'm able to like chain them or something, I guess.
Yep.
I think I just have to say go. Go.
Alright. And draw. Alright, I'm going to attempt to lightning helix the Braun-Duin click.
Yep. 16 to 14.
I will attack with Geist. I'm going to Ghost Quarter your Mutavaults.
Yep. I'll take 6. Basically dead.
And
8 to 16.
I will pass.
This matchup is way worse than I thought it was.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be a really good match.
Same.
I actually thought I might have been slightly favored.
Yeah, I thought Bitter Blossom against all my X1s would be like very good, but
yeah, but freaking
Electrolyze
is good. All right. Get out of here, Brian.
It's not even the right token either.
All right. I guess I can still technically draw Cryptic Command, so go. Unless I'm just dead to a burn spell, which
well, I do not have a burn spell, so...
All right, I'm at 2.
We'll use the actual angel this time, and say go.
All right, well, this hand is not fantastic, but I still think I should keep it. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm in the same boat, too. This hand isn't the best, but I think it's
Actually,
still...
I'm going to play Mute Vault. Sorry.
I think it's still keep. Oh, I'm just going to go ahead and lead on Mountain, then. Go. Basic Mountain. Put the Fear of God in him.
Yeah, go. I'm a wee little babe.
I'll play Colonnade and say go.
I probably should have attacked. I probably just, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't have it. Who knows? Alright, well, that was a good draw. Bitter Blossom. Go.
Alright.
Bolt you? I'll take it.
Draw. Huh. Interesting.
Sure, I'm going to get Geisted. Throw up a little bit.
No, I'm just... I can use one of these two, and I think I just use this. I'm just going to Celestial Purge that.
This is a Spell Snare.
No!
This is a Spell Snare.
Alright.
I might win one. Here we go. 19.
Spell Snare. Got snared.
I don't really want to cast Mistbind Click next turn. Maybe I do. Yeah, YOLO. Go. Upkeep. Cast this guy.
Alright, so here... I think I just bolt this token so that he has to champion his Bitter Blossom. Draw.
I'll take it.
And Arid Mesa, go.
We might win one. I will Inquisition you.
No. Engineer Explosive for the Alien Click.
What do you mean, no?
Two Ghost Quarters and a Night Ganjo.
Yeah, I guess I don't really care about the... I don't really care about either of those cards.
They're both kind of bad.
Yeah. I guess... If he draws away to deal with Click, I don't want to be able to get rid of the Blossom, so we're going to take Engineer Explosives. And just attack for 4.
Alright, 16.
Go.
I will fetch
15.
and get Hallowed Fountain, I guess.
Okay. Now we could have attacked for 2 with the Mutavault, Vault, which might not have been a terrible play. However, if he draws a Karanos or a Batterskull, I would much rather him not be able to resolve it. Again, telegraphing information by not attacking, so... Alright, I will mana leak it.
Okay, it's countered.
Yep.
So I want to jam it main phase there in case he has Cryptic Command, because I just want to get that out of his hand.
Yep. Alright, attack 4.
11.
Go.
Draw. Go.
Attack. Alright,
Animate Celestial Colonnade.
Now, I don't really want to burn my Dismember, but I also want to keep up Cryptic. So we are just going to pay 4 and Dismember the Colonnade.
Alright.
15 to 7.
Yep.
Go.
Looking bad in the neighborhood here. Whew, that was a bad one. I'll say go.
Alright. Draw. Attack 4.
I'm at 3.
I'll go 13. Cast Bitter Blossom.
Sure.
Go.
Oh, we drew it. We get to cast it once. We're gonna die. We do get to cast Keranos, God of Storms.
That
and
resolves.
I'm gonna let's see.
The only way I lose here if I let that resolve is if he has double path.
I'm gonna fetch down to
last
2 just to play it right.
Play it right.
And I'll say go.
I will untap.
Do it.
Trigger.
Yep.
12. I will attack for 4. 5, 6.
I'm gonna ghost quarter your I'm gonna ghost quarter your Mutavault.
All right, I'll cryptic my Mutavault in response.
Okay, I can see.
Womp womp.
Wah wah.
So that was actually a really fun match. I know that I lost 4-1, but I thought that the two matches or the two decks would be more evenly matched. Yeah, I don't know. I underestimated the power of having that many like electrolyze effects and like Snapcaster with all the bolts and paths and stuff to actually be much better against this style of deck because I'm playing Pack Rat and not just relying on Bitter Blossom. I do think Pack Rat has a lot of value in other matchups though. Gives you an outlet to discard excess discard spells when your opponent's low on cards in hand. Just gives you another really good threat when you turn 1 discard spell. But yeah, that was gross.
And I was also a little surprised at how good Batterskull was in this matchup.
Yeah, I knew that Batterskull was really good against Bitter Blossom in general, just because any creature with lifelink has traditionally been pretty good against Bitter Blossom decks. Even like Obstinate Baloth can sometimes pose a problem, just because it's kind of hard to race sometimes when you get low on life, and then you need to either draw a Mistbind and Click or a Cryptic Command to bounce the Bitter Blossom, and still have enough guys to not only chump block their creature, but also race them in the air or whatever. Creeping Tarpid played a pretty solid role, although Brian did have a lot of ways to deal with it with Ghost Quarter and Path and Bolt and Snapcaster on those things. So this deck wasn't able to shine nearly as well through all the removal. I do want to note that the removal is much better against this version of the deck because we are overloading on copies of Vendilion Click, and we have a focal point on Pack Rat. So normally removal spells aren't as good against fairies as normal. So it is important to point out that this version is a little more vulnerable to the 8 1-drops power removal decks that people like to play in the red, white, blue shells.
Yeah, and also Electrolyze, regardless of your build, is just going to be good against you.
Yeah.
I was actually pleasantly surprised that I got to do the Ghost Quarter thing that I talked about in the deck tech, where you had only 3 lands in play, and it got to be relevant. So
yeah,
I mean, you ended up getting extremely unlucky that game, but that looked like my only chance to win that game, and it ended up panning out.
Yeah,
so.
I mean that's one of the dangers of this format is not like having your mana base be like absolutely perfect. Like we want to play 0 swamps so that we can play Tectonic Edge, but in order to have enough blue sources, we have to play 3 copies of Island. So like then the Path to Exiles become a little bit better. Even if you're giving me lands, it's not like I have some crazy draw engine that's going to let me use all my lands every turn. Yes, I do have 6 man lands, so I'm able to activate them. I do have Tectonic Edges, but at the same time, I'm just like falling behind because I don't have access to black mana. And it was pretty. I will say that I am pleased that we were able to showcase the power of Ghost Quarter versus a deck when you know like the exact basic land count.
Yeah. And that is like one thing about like this deck, and like Larry Swayze, he plays a lot of Modern. Like he knows exactly what decks are going to be doing. So I mean, he knows when his Ghost Quarters are going to be good or bad.
Yeah, like against like a Jund deck, he knows they only have like 1 forest and they have 2 swamps. So if they like fetch forest, you can hit them with the Ghost Quarter, and then they have to get swamp, so you can maybe keep them off of green or even double green for Courser or something like that. Additionally, against so many decks in the format only have like 1 of each basic or whatever. So like a Ghost Quarter on a basic is pretty good sometimes.
Yeah, and I actually played against Larry in a Moto event, and he used Ghost Quarter all 3 games on his own lands because he had to fix his mana. It was pretty gross.
Okay.
But
that makes
yeah
okay.
yeah. thought I'd point that out.
Yeah, but anyway, guys, Modern is a ton of fun. I would highly recommend jumping into the Modern Premier AQs that we're having every weekend now at the StarCityGames Open Series. When it comes to your town or nearby your town, come visit us. Me and Brian will usually be playing in those. But we're going to take a few weeks off here to play at the Pro Tour, so keep an eye on that. We'll be playing Standard, and we're keeping our information separate from each other because we're jerks.
Yep.
But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this week. We'll see you next week for a little more Modern action.
Peace.